On behalf of all of us here with the Calgary Flames, my name is Beasley, saying so long, enjoy your evening, stay warm. Now to Brendan Parker and Ryan Dittrick. The post-game show presented by Original 16.
Original 16 gives you the chance to win one of 3 Calgary Flames fan experiences. Details in the new limited edition 15 packs of Canadian Pale Ale. Original 16, official beer sponsor of the Calgary Flames. Must be of legal drinking age, no purchase necessary.
Hi everyone, and welcome inside Flames Postgame Live, brought to you by Original 16, celebrating things done well. Brendan Parker alongside Ryan Dittrick as we break down another Calgary Flames victory here tonight. Back-to-back wins here on home ice. It was Washington on Saturday, and tonight a little different game than what we saw here on Saturday, but the end result is the same, and I think that's all that the Calgary Flames will care about, and that is a victory. 3-2 the final, and it comes with a big goal in the third period. The difference in this hockey game, maybe just first as we await some post-game reaction, let's get your final thoughts on what we saw here tonight.
Yeah, you said it. It's a win, and on a night like this, it was a must-win for the Calgary Flames. I mean, no disrespect to the Arizona Coyotes, but the Flames are looking to climb back into the race when it comes to those Pacific standings. A lot of the players talking about the need to start stringing a few together now at the morning skate earlier today. So, yeah, a few, interesting developments throughout the game in terms of how it played out, flow, turns and momentum. But in a game like this where, maybe things aren't coming as easy as you'd like them to offensively, you need your power play, your special teams to step up, and that's exactly what happened in the third period.
Yeah, kind of as you talk about kind of flow, it was interesting to sort of watch, the first period. I think, Chris Tanev said it in our interview just after the first, didn't like their start to the game, and yet they led that period 2-0, and then the second period it was kind of the opposite, and yet, they come back with a 2-1 goal. So it kind of a weird game to track in many ways, but I guess the most important thing is as a veteran team, they found a way to win it.
Yeah, good point too about the start of the game, because Arizona's an interesting team. We know they're going through a bit of a rebuild right now, a tough schedule as well. This was game 13 of a 14-game road trip. That can be a little bit difficult on a team, and you're kind of wondering where their legs are going to be at, but they came out firing. I mean, that was sort of their calling card, using a lot of their speed to generate some of the offense that they were, able to produce in the front half of that first period. But credit to the Flames, as you alluded to. They didn't, try to wade through and just get to the finish line of that first period. They were able to turn it midway through and start to get some of their own legs and their own offense going, and it obviously allowed them to build a little bit of a lead that proved crucial throughout this night. Yeah,
Arizona pushes back. They get the one in the second period there to make it 2-1, and then obviously the one in the third period that ends up tying this hockey game, but the Calgary Flames find a way to get this one on the power play goal in that third period. Let's go through the highlights as we kind of describe it. We are expecting to hear from a couple of guys both inside the room and then live on the desk, as we have done so far this season. But as we await that and some post-game reaction, let's take you through what we saw here tonight. And the first goal comes late stages of that first period, Dylan Dubé on the redirect.
Yeah, and this is what we were talking about. That shift was really where the period started to turn for them. They started to get their feet moving, cycling the puck, and when you're able to do that and start connecting a few tape-to-tape passes, you're getting the defensive team to run around, and it ends up opening those lanes, which you saw there. Chris Tanev takes full advantage, and Dylan Dubé in perfect position in front of the net gets a stick on it.
So Dubé's fifth, 1-0, and just a couple of minutes later, it's a power play for the Calgary Flames, and they were able to, get that first one and then build on it. And this one comes maybe a little bit broken play, but some nice puck movement, ends up on the stick of Elias Lindholm.
Yeah, broken play, but I like how direct they were, and obviously that's going to come into play later in this game as well. But you know what they're looking for. I think times over the course of the past few games, we haven't been sure, what the motive or what the, what the power play is looking to accomplish. But here, very direct with the puck. They've got a play in mind. It obviously doesn't quite work out with the pass to Kadri in the slot, but obviously the rebound is right there to tuck home.
Here's the one marker in the second period, and it's a traffic play, and it's a point shot from Shane Gostisbehere. Thought maybe Nick Bjugstad got a piece of it in front, or at least it hit something, but it looks like, or at least it's been credited as directly in as Gostisbehere scores, but no question there's a couple layers of traffic.
Yeah, and a great look at it there too. Dan Vladar gets the little peek around to the traffic there at first, but as soon as Gostisbehere lets it go, you can see two layers. Bjugstad and Backlund takes away his eyes, and it finds a hole.
So as we continue now, this in the third period, as the Calgary Flames have to fight back with the little push here from Arizona, and it's the shot from Jacob Chychrun joining the rush, kind of a little 3-on-2 just in tight there, and Chychrun ends up scoring it.
Yeah, a couple of turnovers here leading to this one. A little bit of a sloppy part of the third period for the Flames, but again, Jacob Chychrun, that's what he's done throughout his career so far. That's a great shot. Not much of a chance for Dan Vladar, despite the fact that that sort of seam pass kept him deep in his net.
And here is the response for the Calgary Flames, and it's a power play, and they were 2 for 3 on the night. This one, the most important, and some nice puck movement around, and it's finished off nicely there by Nazem Kadri for his third point of the night.
Yeah, and this is what we were talking about with the earlier power play, right? Very direct with what they're looking to accomplish here. Pass it around the perimeter, pound the puck. I love to see that from Rasmus Andersson, and we're starting to see it a little bit more here. First one doesn't go, so you move it around a little bit more. There's the seam pass. Again, they're looking to find one-time shots, which, again, over the course of the past few games, I think there's been too much deferring around the perimeter, around the box. Not tonight. They were looking to take advantage of those seams and have a shooter's mentality. That's when this team's going to have success.
So Lindholm and Kadri both markers on the night. Now they're up to a team-leading 9th of the season for both, and that one, the last one, is the difference on the stick of Kadri and the 3-2 win. Power play, though, you talked about. I mean, obviously, huge. In a game like that, when you're, the rhythm and the flow isn't necessarily predictable or make any sense maybe whatsoever. The power play, you need a couple big goals, and you got it tonight.
Yeah, and it was interesting, Daryl Sutter talking this morning about what are some of the things that he's going to need to see from this Flames team if they're going to get back into the playoff contention. Goaltending is going to play a big part of that, but special teams too. We're kind of used to seeing this team be in the upper echelon in the league, and power play efficiency. You lose a few weapons in the offseason, of course, so you need to build some new chemistry and sort of start fresh that way, but we're starting to see it now. I think the players are feeling the pressure of wanting to create some offensive opportunities because, like you said, in a game like this, it can be the difference between winning and losing. It certainly was here tonight.
All right, let's hear our first reaction here post-game. I believe Daryl Sutter at the podium now. Let's listen in on what the head coach has to say tonight.
What you saw from your group side?
Special teams. I think our penalty kill did a really good job in the first period, and our power play scored 2 goals. Difference in the game.
What your power play was working, or what was different tonight compared to previous?
The 2 goals they scored were down low around the net, right? If you look at it, like 2 passes down low instead of everything up top.
Was there a crispness to those power plays that maybe was better than we've seen of late?
I don't know. They could have scored last game too, 5 seconds into one and didn't. So
stretches where there weren't a ton of offense, but it seemed like you guys would be happy with the way you guys stuck with it.
I think second period we had opportunities to put the game away and didn't finish.
How hard is it for your team starting off with 2 straight penalty kills like that?
Well, you're gonna have to. You got to kill them, or else you're going to be down 1. So that makes it hard.
That save Vladar made near the end there, pretty impressive cross crease save there.
Yeah. Their guy was good too in the second period. I think the goalies were pretty even.
Nice to see Nazem Kadri kind of break out and get rewarded.
Yeah, the line was good. Again, the line's been hopping and lots of jump and giving us momentum, all 3 of them.
Been seeing enough from Nazem of late that just because he doesn't get points doesn't mean he's not contributing?
Yeah, the line's been really good. I mean, 5-on-5, they've been really good.
What makes the line so good, in your opinion?
Them kids are, I think they know each other. They play off each other really well, Manj and Dylan. And when they get their game going, their speed game, Naz can sort of play the middle of the ice for them and do a lot of the experience work.
Okay. We're good.
All right, perfect timing. Welcome in as Dan Vladar just steps into the desk. Kind of move the seat down a little bit for you, but maybe just a thought. We were just kind of talking about this game. Kind of felt weird in terms of flow and rhythm to it. I mean, maybe just take me through what you saw in your eyes in the crease.
I mean, obviously they came pretty good. So I felt really good the first 10 minutes, and then we kind of took over. And it's never easy for goalie when you don't see a shot for I don't know what it was, but 18 minutes or just 18 minutes or something. So. For me, it was just I was just trying to track the puck, and and the guys did a really good job because they were just all over them, for 2 periods basically, and then they came down, obviously want to have the first one back, a little bit, obviously tough shot, but and then 2-2 game, and all of a sudden it's 3 minutes left, 4 minutes left in the game, and you're like, well, what's going on, right? And then the power play did such an awesome job, like Naz, Johnny, Lindy, Razzie, Toff, I think they won this one for us, so all the heads off for them, and just happy that we had them.
A couple of big moments in this game for you personally, but I'm curious, can you take us through that save you made on Troy Stecher when he had to come across the crease and looked like he had a bit of a wide open net there, but you were able to come across and deny him?
Yeah, I mean, that's what it is about, right? Like those timely saves, and you know, every time, and you know, we are up. Obviously, I feel comfortable with it, and you know, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one.
Just after they made it 2-1.
Yeah. Obviously, so I had to build our team out because the first one, as I said, I want to take that one back, you know. So I had to make some extra save, you know, there.
I just maybe describe that feeling though. You get the power play late, and you kind of know you see maybe a little momentum building, and you mentioned how big that was for your group, but to see them go and then work it and kind of snapping it around the way they were, that eventually leads to the goal.
I mean, it's awesome, you know, like. I think that we kind of missed that in that stretch when we were losing games. You know, we just didn't get those bounces. And today, you know, we can see like all those players are just unreal, and they can make those plays. You know, and I'm so happy that, you know, they did it today. And obviously, it's gonna help their confidence a lot. So you know, they're great players, and hopefully it's just gonna start clicking now.
Dan, I'm curious. This is really the first time in your NHL career you've been able to get into a rhythm and play this much. What is it like, you know, to have the trust from the coaches, but also for you personally, when you know that, you know, you're getting those reps and are able to, you know, maybe continue some of the good things that you've been able to incorporate in your game?
I mean, it's awesome. Obviously, dream come true for me, and but at the same time, you know, I still gotta stay humble. You know, I can't be flying in the skies. That's what we say back home. You know, I'm just still doing the same thing, preparing for every game like it's my last one. You know, so that's all I do. You know, try my best and literally like just helping the guys just win.
Good stuff. Appreciate it. Congrats on the win. 3-0, and
appreciate so much.
Appreciate the time.
Thank you.
There's Dan Vladar joining us here post-game on the Flames post-game live, and we'll show you some of the work from Mr. Dan Vladar here tonight. You're good to go, man. You can. Thanks, appreciate
Congrats.
it. Vladar, 16 saves on the night, I believe it was, and here's a look at some of the work from this evening. And 18, he corrected me. Sorry, the score sheet wasn't updated, Dan. Sorry. 18 saves on the night. There's some of the work, though. It's quality stuff here side across.
Yeah, it's good to work. I mean, you know what I love about this, too, and because we talked about goaltending was obviously a big focus at the morning skate today. Daryl Sutter talking about, you know, wanting Jacob Markstrom to reset, but at the same time, give Dan Vladar a chance to build something here, because like we just talked about, it's the first time in his career where he's really had that opportunity, and it's great to see, because you and I are really privileged to see how hard this guy works at practice every day. And along with that, we know Jacob Markstrom is going to get his game back, but it's great to see the relationship these guys have, because it doesn't matter who's between the pipes, they've got each other's back, and we see it every time we're in the room, and even after the game tonight. Huge hug between the two. It's awesome.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, let's go right back inside the Calgary Flames locker room. Nazem Kadri standing by now.
Felt like you were due for one?
Well, sure did, that's for sure. You know, a lot of great opportunities over the last handful of games, so it's nice to, you know, finally see it hit the back of the net.
You feel like your game over the last handful of games is becoming better, even though you might not have the points to reward you?
Yeah, even more than that. I mean, it's funny how this game works. Sometimes you feel like you're playing great, but, you know, no results to show for, and sometimes it can be flipped. So, you know, I'm lucky we got a great group of guys that, you know, are able to just, you know, pick me up, and you know, happy to get those 2 points tonight.
What was your power play doing tonight that maybe it wasn't doing in previous games?
I think we just got to relax out there and make plays. We're great players, so you know, just help each other out, get open. You know, puck movement, staying aggressive, retrieving pucks. You know, all those are good formula for a power play, and it was nice to see that come to life tonight.
How about that feed from Toffoli to find you at the third one?
Incredible pass. Yeah, that's a great pass. He's, you know, Ty's so good on that goal line in front of the net. So, you know, great dish. Just tried to get it off my stick as quick as possible.
You could have been on the wrong end of some key power play goals against. It's nice to actually be on the right side this time.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's just, you know, that's the secret. You just got to stay with it and not get frustrated, and you know, continue to try to work to improve and find you know, areas of your game you can strengthen. So. You know, I feel like the few games our penalty kills done a great job bailing us out, so it was about time our power play did the same thing.
That celebration of yours seemed pretty animated. Is that just you? You're an emotional guy, or is it the moment of the game, or is that because it's been a while since you scored?
I think just a little bit of everything. You know, it's I'm a passionate player, and you know, I always want to go out there and just give it everything I got. So it was nice. Like I said, you know, there's a little frustration starting to seep in. Felt like I had some great opportunities over the last, you know, lots of games, and it was a matter of time before it came.
It's working so well with your line mates and as a trio right now.
just supporting each other, staying connected. I think we all do a great job communicating and just pointing out mistakes that we need to improve on, and also giving ourselves pats on the back when we need it. So they're great kids that want to work and want to improve, and it's a treat for me.
I know you just talked about being relaxed on the power play, but when you get an opportunity like that with a few minutes left, you guys haven't had a ton of shots in the third. How much pressure does that group kind of put on itself to deliver in that moment?
A lot, because it's special teams. You want to be able to, that's going to win you hockey games down the stretch and into the playoffs. So, that's when you want to feel that mojo late in the season. But we feel like we've been doing some good things lately, and it's always, what was it, two for two tonight, right? So yeah, right. So it was nice to finally just, like I said, get rewarded for the work we're putting in.
That save by Vladar late in the game, that's a pretty key moment in the game.
Well, Vladdy's been great. I mean, he's always made that timely save, and sometimes that's what it's about. It's tough for a goaltender because sometimes you don't see a lot of rubber, and then you're just faced with a grade A opportunity that you got to be sharp for. And Vladdy's always ready for that challenge.
Thanks, sir.
Not only is he ready for the challenge on the ice, but he's keeping everyone on task off the ice, too. Good stuff from Vladdy, correcting me on the shot total. All right, let's talk about Nazem Kadri, his night tonight, and give a lot of credit to his line mates, but the power play comes up big as well and finishes with a 3-point night.
Yeah, let's call a spade here. This game wasn't your Saturday night Battle of Alberta in terms of emotion and intensity, but Nazem Kadri does not need any encouragement to get up for games, and he's exactly the type of player you need to bring into the fold for maybe a night like this. You bring others into the fight. That's what he's done throughout his career. So, it was interesting because Daryl's praising his 5-on-5 game a few days ago. He's saying he needed to be better, and I think he's responded really well and really quickly to some of that criticism, I suppose. But what impresses me is these nights. You're going to have these nights throughout the year. You need a guy that's going to go out there and set the tone for your team and hopefully bring your teammates along. He did that. The points are just gravy, and obviously you saw the emotion there on the game-winning goal. That one meant a lot to him. Yeah, it's a big one for sure. All right, let's go right back inside. Elias Lindholm now meeting with the media. Let's hear what he had to say.
Yeah, we got the 2 points and all that matters. But it's not a lot to take away from this game. It's just the 2 points, so that was big.
Can you take away a little positivity with the special teams, though?
Yeah, that was big. Obviously, our both PK and PP has been struggling, and obviously 2 for 3 on PP and 2 for 2 on PK. So got to build on that.
What was your power play doing tonight that maybe it wasn't doing earlier in the season?
Putting puck in net and just being more direct, I think. Today I thought everyone knew what they were doing, and we were on the same page, and that's how we got to look all the time, and keep building on that.
You have goals in 3 straight games. How does it feel to be contributing positively over this last little stretch of games?
Yeah, it's always nice to score and help the team, always enjoy scoring goals and helping the team that way, it's always a good feeling.
And just the idea of stringing a couple together, that has to maybe be the biggest feeling in here, right? Knowing that you're kind of not doing the one up, one down. You're stringing a few together. What's that do for this room?
No, it's huge. I think, if we want to take the next step and climb into a playoff spot, we got to put a couple together. We can't just, be around 500 all the time and lose one, win one, lose one, and go that way. So we got to put a couple together here, and obviously tonight wasn't our best performance, but got the 2 points, and we'll be better on the next game.
Is there kind of a key on those late power plays? Obviously, you go out there putting pressure on yourself, but is there kind of a key to balancing that pressure with not being sort of overwhelmed by that?
Obviously we've been talking a lot lately, and obviously, in this league it's tough to win, and if you don't have a good power play, it's even tougher. And tonight I thought our power play won us the game, and we got to be better and keep building on this, and help our team win more games.
You've mentioned a couple times that you weren't thrilled with the performance as a whole. Any idea why? Maybe this wasn't clicking perfectly on it?
Yeah, I don't know. I think in the second period were some shifts here and there where we play like we should, but overall it was not much going on. It was just a pretty sloppy game out there. So we'll take 2 points and be better next game.
Sometimes sports writers ask this question, but is it good to win a sloppy one every once in a while?
Yeah, I'll take the win, and I think all of us take the win here. We just got to put a couple wins together, and as long as you're winning, it doesn't really matter. But it's not much to take away from this game.
Not to make too much of it, but is there any concern about a lull in the second period? So do you guys have maybe a reason or something you can pinpoint on that, or is that just the way it goes some nights?
Yeah, I don't know. I think overall it's just the way it goes today, we'll regroup and look forward, have a good practice tomorrow, and be ready for many next game.
Can you describe the level of confidence you guys have when you guys are playing in front of Dan Vladar?
No, we have confidence in both our goalies, and Vlad has played really well lately for us, and it's made a couple of big saves tonight, so he's been playing well, and we have a lot of confidence in Mark as well. So we have 2 good goalies.
Okay, Lindy, we'll wrap up there.
Original 16, a great way to celebrate things done well.
Flames TV Live, the post-game show brought to you by Original 16, celebrating things done well, putting a wrap on a 3-2 Calgary Flames win here tonight at the Scotiabank Saddledome. Back-to-back wins for the Flames. Brendan Parker alongside Ryan Dittrick, and we'll kind of finish up on this game tonight. I thought Lindy put it pretty succinctly about the game, and obviously there's some areas and some things, but most important was getting the win. And maybe I'll just circle back to a conversation you had this morning around another centerman on this team, and that's Michael Backlund. I don't think he finds the score sheet here tonight, but obviously 3 assists last game Saturday night, and a leader on this team, as we know, longest tenured Calgary Flame. And what did you hear from Michael this morning and the conversation you had?
Yeah, like you said, didn't hit the score sheet in this one, but I thought that line with, Blake Coleman and Adam Ruzicka did everything but do that. The thing about this line right now is they're having so much success offensively because they found each other on the forecheck, and they're cycling the puck, they're wearing teams down, and they're not giving up anything at the other end. So the conversation I had with him this morning kind of centered around, why is that working so well? But it ended up talking about his leadership qualities, and I know a lot of fans have been clamoring for him to be named captain of this team. Daryl Sutter saying that search is ongoing, but I found it interesting when Michael said, he didn't really change anything about his offseason approach coming into this year. He just knew that if he wanted to increase his leadership workload and become more of a mentor to some of these young players like Adam Ruzicka, that he has to lead even more on the ice, and that means coming out and setting the tone, contributing a little bit more offensively, because I know we've joked about it a few times, even his teammates giving him the gears last year that he's second half backs. Typically his numbers do improve in the new year, but getting off to a good start has always been a little bit more of a challenge for him. Not this year. He came in with a fresh mindset, knew what his role was going to be, and I think he's really embraced that. And we see it on the ice every game. He's a leader. He goes out there and he sets the tone, and he's, kind of the Pied Piper for that line, allowing guys like Adam Ruzicka to follow along, learn a thing or two, and as well become better offensive players in the process.
Yeah, he's been outstanding for this group all season, Michael Backlund. Let's listen in one more post-game interview here. Jonathan Huberdeau meeting with the media now.
On a night like tonight, a game like that, what is the takeaway for your group?
We stuck with it, and I think special teams was good, so that's how sometimes you're going to win some games. That's what we did, and obviously I think it was a close game, but we stuck with it. They came back, and we got a late goal.
And the idea of stringing a few together has to feel pretty good too, doesn't it? I mean, they're not always pretty, but to get some consecutive games probably has to affect this group.
No, for sure it wasn't pretty, but like you said, I think it's good for confidence, to get a little streak going at home, and right back at it Wednesday.
Why do you think the power play is playing or producing better now?
I think, we're more sharp today. We're winning battles in the corner, and I think, past the puck, the execution was better. So.
Is that somewhat, you got some reps together now and starting to have that sort of built-in chemistry?
Yeah, we did get some rep, this morning. So, it's always good. Like I said, I think PP needs to be good. So it was good today, and I think we got to build that and get some confidence and go out there next game, do the same thing.
We know we've been asking a lot about chemistry since you got here. Can you describe the strides you've made in terms of building that with your new teammates from the beginning of the season to now?
Yeah, I mean, I think, making more plays, but, I think we still got better. So I think we got to be more in the offensive zone. I think we got, good power play, but I thought 5-on-5, I think we can do a better job.
Thank you.
All right, there's some thoughts from Jonathan Huberdeau. He had obviously the assist, the secondary assist. I believe Tyler Toffoli had the nice pass across, and that's the difference in this hockey game. The power play goal, and a pair of them in this hockey game for the Calgary Flames. As we put a wrap on this one here tonight, maybe just some final thoughts. We talked about stringing wins together, but now an opportunity to finish off, a real strong 5-game homestand here.
Yeah, secondary assist. He wanted the primary, but he could, 2 passes to Nazem Kadri. Right. Couldn't get the first one to go, but
pair of assists though.
Absolutely, he was dynamite, and we're really starting to see his game round into form. And again, kind of what he alluded to there, more important than the personal success too. We talked about it off the top. This power play's got to get going. We know they have some really incredibly lethal weapons on it. We're starting to see some of that chemistry develop, and we know that, as we get deeper into the season, special teams become more into a focus here. So important to continue. They've started to string some wins together. Now you need to string some of that power play success along into the next one as well.
Well said, and as for us, there's just one more game on this 5-game homestand before the Calgary Flames depart. Once again, for the road is for tonight. Well, hey, Juuso Välimäki makes his return to the Scotiabank Saddledome, paying his first visit as a visitor here tonight. And the Calgary Flames build up a 2-0 lead early on. Dylan Dubé scores. Nazem Kadri with 3 points. Jonathan Huberdeau, a pair of assists in this hockey game and a pair of power play goals is the difference. Flames win it 3-2, and now look ahead to their next game, which happens to be the last game on this homestand, and that's a date on Wednesday night against Minnesota. Thanks for watching Flames Postgame Live, brought to you by Original 16. We'll see you on Wednesday.